Morris, leadwithmatt.com. Got a few minutes here, so I thought I would share some discussions on leadership, specifically growing leaders. So as you hop on, let me know where you're tuning in from. Give me your city and state. If you're watching this live, drop me a live in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, drop me a replay in the comments. And if you're seeing me for the first time, drop me a 1 in the comments if you've not seen me on a live broadcast before. And listen, if you like this, hit the like button. If you love it, hit the love button. If you feel like this could be some value to some others, hit the share button, and we will give some value to some other folks. Now, we're going to talk about today specifically building leaders in direct selling. This carries over to building leaders in just about any area. And if there's one overall theme that is the message of today, is this, is that people will turn out the way you expect them to turn out. So people's degree of leadership will be based on your thinking about their leadership, your expectation about their leadership. Now, you're going to run across people over the years. And listen, I've been doing this for 24 years of my life. Teams have grown to well over 1 million customers, $1.5 billion to $2 billion in sales. Lots of amazing leaders who have, in my opinion, far surpassed my capabilities as far as their ability to, systematize growth and learning within their teams. And, so I've made every mistake in the book. I'm by no means great at everything. I'm by no means the greatest leaders. And I say that by design. I say that on purpose because if I edify myself as the greatest leader of all time, as the greatest leader of network marketing. Now, if you ever see someone who's calls themselves a guru, you know they're not a guru. If someone is always tooting their horn about how great they are, you know they're not doing a great job of building other leaders. And so that's the main concept that I want to get across is people are going to rise to the level of leadership that you expect them to rise to. Now, are they always going to rise to the level you expect? No, not at all. But if you don't expect big things from your leaders, they're way less likely to rise to the high levels. And so what do you need to be doing? Well, you need to be telling them. So what happens is, often cases, women are way better at this than men, by the way. It's the reason why I think our profession is dominated by female leaders for the most part, is women are way better at encouraging than men. Men tend to have bigger egos, and it's okay to have an ego that drives you. If you want to do big things, if you want to produce at the high level, if you want to win, if you want to be number one, I don't think there's anything wrong with that as long as you do an amazing job of encouraging other leaders. It's as soon as you want to be the end-all, be-all, greatest leader with the most recognition, that's where it sabotages your success. And I've seen amazingly talented leaders. I mean, people who have incredible work ethic, they're incredible trainers, they've mastered all the skills, but they sabotage themselves because they want the glory, they want the fame. And what great leaders do is we give away the fame, we give away the glory. As soon as a leader on your team thinks that you want all the glory, they're going to be less likely to work really hard to make you more money. But what happens is if you give all the glory away, if you're constantly recognizing, constantly edifying, not constantly edifying for people doing nothing, not recognizing people for doing nothing, but recognizing people for accomplishments. Even if they're small accomplishments, make it a big deal. Celebrate wins. And that's what causes people to say, oh my God, he loves me, he recognizes me, he sees or she sees something in me that I don't see in myself. See, if you want to get really good at something, get good at seeing leadership in other people that they don't see in themselves. That's what my mentor did with me. I started producing and he started recognizing me, giving me the glory, not just one-on-one, but publicly, even when I wasn't around. See, this is an important distinction in leadership. Recognition, you should be recognizing your leaders when they're not around. Recognize them when they're not around, and what happens is it gets back to them and it's even more meaningful. So if it's maybe it's you've got a female leader on your team, recognize that female leader to her husband when she's not around. Recognize that female leader in events when she's not there, and when it gets back to her, she realizes that it's more meaningful because you're not just doing it to bump up her ego. You're not doing it just when she's there. Okay, so that's the thing. When you get edification from leaders on your team, give the edification back. Give away credit for your success. When a leader on your team edifies you, my standard operating procedure when it comes to this is I'm going to give it back. I'm going to say the only reason why I've been able to achieve what I've achieved is I've got amazing leaders on the team. And something I say all the time, and I do this on purpose. I say the student has become the teacher. Now, I'm always in learning mode. I may have made way more money than leaders on my team. I may have had way more success than certain leaders on my team, but I can always learn from the leaders on my team. And so I'm seeking that out. I'm not seeking to be the greatest leader. I'm not seeking them to edify me all the time. I'm not seeking them to worship me. If your whole team is worshiping you as the leader, realize that you don't have very powerful leaders on your team. Should they honor you? Yes. Should they respect you? Yes, but they shouldn't worship you. See, a great book, The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. I think it's page 27, if I remember right. And it has a whole thing about honor. You should honor the leader, respect the leader, learn from the leader, but never think you can't pass the leader. Because second best thinkers are invariably second best doers. So if you as the leader are wanting to hog all the glory, if you want to be the top all the time, then you're preventing that. So what am I doing all the time? If I feel like they're putting me on a pedestal, I'm going to give them that quote. I'm going to tell them, I want you to pass me. You have the ability to pass me. When I was 5 years into network marketing like you, when I was 2 years into network marketing like you, I had nowhere near the ability that you have. And so give people, don't just hog the glory, give people hope. Let them know that they have it within them to far surpass you. So that's what building leadership is about. It's not about hogging the glory, hogging the recognition. It's about giving it away. And the more you give it away, this is interesting, the more it comes back to you. So if you want tons of glory, give it away like crazy and it will come back. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I got to run to an event. If you enjoyed this, thank you so much for the loves. I see the hearts coming up. If you feel like this can add some value to some others, feel free to share it, and feel free to hop over to leadwithmatt.com if you want some advanced training. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's go make life an adventure.